Hello guys and welcome back to another video of mine. Yippee! I have not posted, actually I have posted just yesterday. If you want to watch the Hunger Games but with BFDI, just go right ahead, watch it. But today we're here for a different reason. You're all here to watch me do BFDI losers. Since BFDI All Stars, you guys seem to enjoy that. So yeah, BFDI losers, we're gonna start. Anyways, this time I'm going to do something a little differently. I'm going to go, one by one, BFDI, BFDIA, BFB, Teapot, and the extras, or the extra, and tell you guys who was the worst overall in that season, like who placed last, like I'm saying who did barely nothing and who placed at the last of places and stuff, like BFB. Let's say in BFB, like Belle wasn't eliminated in BFB, but she wasn't the best at BFB, and if there's a spot open, then I will probably put her there. Anyways, let's just start. Coming in BFDI, we got Pointy, doing the only thing that he knows, which is to slap Fiery. I mean, yeah, it is not really the best thing to do if you only slap Fiery for the whole season. Next up, we have David from BFDI, stayed in the season for 2 episodes. And he was a debuter. What? Anyways, Eraser and Pen are also returning. Since they were just pretty much jerks in season 1. And Teardrop is returning since she did place pretty low. And finally, Woody being the last placer of BFDI. Oh, how silly of me. How can I forget Pen? Anyways, Donut coming back from BFDIA, Dora coming back from BFDIA, Rocky, Ice Cube, Fiery, Yellowface are all coming back from BFDIA. These 6 are these 3 I feel like these 6 were the worst. I feel like Donut was last, Dora was second to last, Rocky did nothing but switch teams and betray his team. Ice Cube, I don't think Ice Cube did nothing, but he was eliminated pretty early on. Same with Fiery. And Yellowface was just a racist. Anyways, for BFB, 8-Ball, Rabati, Basketball, Loser, Cake, and Stapy. These 6 really did not do much in BFB except either get eliminated or do nothing and follows the person who gets eliminated in the first place. Yeah, Basketball and Cake were very similar in the season 1. Anyway, someone even more similar to Cake, actually, not actually, from Teapot returning is Pie, Foley, Eggy, Naily, and Clack. Also non-existy because he basically did not even get to compete. Anyways, I choose this cast. You really cannot do much about it. And finally, we have come to the extra person. Who was I telling you guys that they were the extra? Well, I mean, they did good in all of the seasons that they were in. I mean, they did good in the season that they were in. But because of their popularity, that means that people start to take notice and they said, hey, I don't like this guy. And that person is Grassy, being the first and only extra here. Anyways, you might realize that the teams would not be equal if like this, because we're making 4 teams this time around. Well, don't worry. These 2 spots, we can do something about it. Don't worry. We can figure something out. Non-existy, I guess we can put them like this. And yeah, we can just make it like this, I feel like. Alright. So these are the 3 teams. I'm gonna change the names of these 2. Beautiful, Dying, Inside, Beautiful for Dying Inside. Alright, Beautiful for Dying Inside. Best for Dead X. I guess, I don't know. Best for Dead X again. Best for Dead X again. Board for Bell. Board for Bell. The Teapot team is going to get renamed to the Power On To. Alright, I did not get creative there, I'm sorry. So that's going to be named the Power On To. Anyways, we have the eliminated going to be there. And the first team losing is going to be the Best for Dead X again, or BFDIA for short. Now, I feel like Donut and Dora, being the only person in the TLC, started to kind of team up here against these four hooligans. But these three probably don't want Yellowface here either, so they make a truce. They make a truce and get Yellowface out. Probably these four voting for Yellowface and Rocky voting for himself accidentally, and Yellowface voting for, I don't know, like Ice Cube or Donuts, or probably Fire because he's orange, which is not as bad as, which is not as good as Yellow, and he's trying to be an imitator. Next up, losers are Beautiful for Dying Inside, or BFDI for short. Now, I feel like Teardrop, Woody, Pin, and Coiny are gonna team up here. I don't know, not Coiny. Yeah, these three versus these three, it's basically. Now, it's all down to David's vote. And looking at both of these groups here, I feel like David would more like to go here, because this is more like a friendship than an alliance. But I guess David is dumb, so he might not be able to think about that. But I think he's gonna go here and get Coiny out of here. Next up losing is Board for Bell. Yeah, or BFB for short. Alright. Basketball and 8-Ball are probably teaming up along with Loser and Cake, leaving these two in the middle, but I feel like Stapy and Basketball might have a nice dynamic with each other. So I'm gonna make them team up instead of 8-Ball and Basketball. Basketball probably got over 8-Ball anyways. So 8-Ball's in the middle with Robati, and since they are also Exiters, they're also probably teaming up here. So there's three teams of two. Now obviously Basketball does not want to vote off 8-Ball. I mean, she still has some dignity for him. And I think it's a Loser or Cake going, but since they already like Loser or Cake, I guess you bit the dust too soon. Or not. Anyways, next team losing is Beautiful for Dying Inside. Again, this team is probably going strong, this team, but David's kind of suspicious of this team because they will definitely vote off David. But David doesn't have a brain, so Penn is eliminated. Next loser is Best for Dead X again. Yeah, this team is probably going far, and Rocky and Ice Cube probably don't want to really team up with Fiery, or any of these people want to team up with each other. Even though they did hang out, maybe Fiery and Rocky, that's a big if. But if this is going to be the team dynamic, then I'm sorry, but I'm going to get Ice Cube off. Next up, we have the Power On To losing, or Teapot for short. I would say Foldy and Eggy would team up probably, because they were kind of friends, if you remember. Clock and Pie might go each other because they're the sensible ones. Not really after Teapot, but okay. And yeah, I think no one else would get along on this team. Wow. Anyways, these guys were also kind of sensible, so they would probably team up to make a big team right here in order to pluck every single one of them off one by one. Firstly, starting with Naily, I would say. And Grassy cannot do anything about it. Naily can't do anything about it. It's a 3v4. I'm sorry, you really cannot do anything about it. Anyways, next up we have Beautiful for Dying Inside. Losing again. Eraser would come over to Teardrop and say, Teardrop, please don't vote me out. And TD would not say anything because, you know, she can't. And then Woody and Pin are probably going strong, but I feel like Teardrop would go with Eraser for this round because he probably feels more safe around Woody than Eraser, or Pin than Eraser. I mean, Pin, yeah, in BFDI, Pin did make him switch over to her team forcefully. So yeah, Dave is probably voting with these guys again. But, I don't know, Teardrop might be able to convince David somehow, and I feel like Pin would somehow go home here. Something would happen and Pin would just go home. I have no idea what would happen, but I feel like Pin is a good boot here. Because, like, Coiny's already out, Pin is already out. I mean, Pin was basically forced to vote against Coiny, even though she really did not want to do that. Coiny wanted to stick with them, but I guess the others said no. And Pin is probably sad about this. And for the past 4 eliminations, she would be pretty sad, anyways. Next up, losing is Board for Battle. Again, we have the team dynamics here, and Loser is the odd one out. So Loser actually gets to choose who gets eliminated here, and I think eliminating one of the Exiters would be a no-brainer. But they were in there together for months. So I feel like Basketball will be out of his mind. So that's why Basketball will get out. Because all 4 of these guys are all Exiters. And Loser knows them. So if Loser gets to choose someone, it's probably going to be Basketball. Because he doesn't really know Basketball that well. Anyways, next up we have Best for Dead X again. Losing. Again. Yeah, Fiery and Rocky really cannot do anything. They can't really get along. Rocky can't even probably vote for one of them. He will probably vote for himself. So Fiery, actually no, Rocky's eliminated and Fiery's left all alone to die. Next up you have the Power On 2 losing, or Teapot for short. And Grassy gets plucked off. And now, since there's only 4 of them left, they will have to start eliminating some of their own contestants. Anyways, next one losing is Beautiful for Dying Inside. I know this is getting kind of repetitive, but this is the last elimination before the merge. Eraser and TD are sticking together. Eraser probably also wants to bring Woody. I feel like to get just to get David out of here, because David's kind of weird. So yeah, they do that, and yeah. And now it's the Merg! Yippee! Wait. Now it's the Merg! Yippee! We finally made it! We're at the Merg! There's 2 rows of people at the Merg. This is not good. Not good. So, I guess we can, like, delete this row and delete that row. And let's put the safe people here. And let's put the up for elimination people here. This time around, I'm gonna try to do something differently. I'm gonna put 5 people up for elimination each round, and they will have to vote against them. I think that feels a little better, but then when, like, final 7 hits, I will use the safe one, and only one or 2 people will be safe. So the people getting put up for elimination this time are Woody, Stapy, Robati, Non-Existy, and Eggy. These 5 are being put up for elimination. And they cannot vote for each other because, you know, there's only 5 people. So these guys will have to decide. It's like these guys are the viewers and these guys are the actual contestants. But I know it's weird, but I feel like this would be happening here. Anyways, Teardrop worked with Woody in the past, and I don't think he really wants to get rid of Woody. And he sees the Exiters because there's so many of them, and he sees them as a threat. So I think Teardrop votes for Stapy for being the bigger threat between Stapy and Robotty. Now, Eraser knows about this a whole different level, and I think he will end up choosing non-existing just to not hurt people's feelings. I mean, Eraser kind of changed as a person, and I feel like that would happen, actually. As cringy it sounds, I think it would happen. Next up, we have Dora. And I think Dora's gonna vote for Stapy as well. Wait, no, I don't think she will. Yeah, what am I saying, bro? Dora is an Exeter, so yeah, the Exeters have to stick together. Anyways, Dora's probably gonna vote for a non-Exeter, which means it's between non-existing Eggy and Woody. And since Eggy was eliminated and she kind of feels her, so Woody and non-existing are left, and I think she votes for non-existing. Donut doesn't even know who non-existing is, but thinks the same with Teardrop in trying to get rid of the Exeters, so he votes for Stapy. Fiery votes for Robotty because he just finds it weird. 8-Ball, of course, wanting to keep the Exeters together, votes for non-existing. Loser votes for non-existing. Pie votes for Robotty. Clock votes for Robotty. And Foldy votes for Woody. And with that, wait, let me count them up. I hope I did my math right, but I think non-existent is eliminated. Sorry, non-existent fans. I mean, he really does not exist. You should be happy that he made it this far. He or she, I don't know. No gender, yeah, no gender. Next people up for elimination are Dora, Loser, Clock, and going to hunt your Donut. Or I forgot one, then Stapy, I guess. Eggy votes for Clock. Robotty votes for Donuts. Woody votes for Clock. Teardrop votes for Clock. Oh, no, not Clock. Teardrop votes for Loser. Razor votes for Loser. Fiery votes for Loser. 8-Ball votes for Clock. Pie votes for Clock. And Foldy votes for Clock, which means Clock is eliminated. I mean, Clock is really not the most likable, especially in the old Loser, so it was there was probably a beef between him and Loser about Winner. And when that happened, people just turned their attention to them. And that means they got eliminated. How sad. Now, you might be realizing that I'm not really forming any alliances like last time. Then let's do that. Anyway, so Stapy, Robotty, Loser, Dora, 8-Ball, and I don't think I'm missing anyone else. These 5 form the Exeter group. Next up, we have Woody, Eraser, Teardrop, and I feel like they bring back Fiery here. These 4 form the group, the boys. Even though Teardrop is a girl, they just form the boys. Or Teardrop is a girl, right? Anyways. And Donut, Eggy, Foldy, and Pie come along and make the Sensibles group. So now there is 3 groups of 5, 4, 4, which means the 5 group is gonna get annihilated. And the people up for elimination from that group are probably going to be Robotty and Dora, Teardrop from this group, and Eggy and Foldy from this group. And out of every one of these people, I think Robotty's getting out here. Sorry, Robotty. Uh-oh. Anyways, now I feel like Dora, I feel like Stapy realizes that no matter how big your team is, if you can't win challenges, then you're always going to be up for elimination, which means you can't vote. So, they plan on splitting up and then regrouping after the new state of the game. So they do that. So 8-Ball groups up with the sensible one, because he's kind of sensible, along with Stapy. And Dora, the loser, teams up with the boy, and Dora is left alone because she does not fit any of these categories. Anyways, so now it's going to be an all-out battle here versus Sensibles and the boys, and probably the Sensibles will win this war. And since these two will only get loser out because they're the exiters, these three kind of catch on with these. But still, Woody, Teardrop, Foldy, 8-Ball, and Dora are up for elimination. Now, Dora is not really a target, so no one will vote for him. So I'm guessing these four vote for Teardrop, and these three vote for 8-Ball, but it's not enough, and TD is eliminated. Now, again, like I said, it's not really easy for the Sensibles to keep going, because if they lose, if three or more than their members lose, then they still are on the chopping block, which is exactly what happens here. Wait, why are these guys here? Bro, who's messaging me on Discord? Why am I being summoned by someone in Discord? Anyways, what they fear happens, and actually even worse. Because after TD's death, what can I say? Woody is determined to win this and actually destroys them, except not Fiery. Fiery also does this challenge. I don't know what the challenge is. Go ask him. Anyways, these are the losers of the challenge. And as you can see, the Sensibles have been down to 2. And there's 4 up for elimination. So these 2 vote for Fiery, while these 3 vote for I guess they would vote for 8-Ball because he's the leader. But Dora obviously doesn't want to get the exiter out, so she votes for Pie. But they vote for Fiery, which means 8-Ball's out. I'm just realizing that I put Fiery in a loser season, even though he won the first season. Wow, I am stupid, I guess. Anyways, the boys group is now regrouped finally. The Sensibles are here. Dora is here. Wait, let me just group them together again. Alright, nice. It's right now 5 to 5. It's right now 5 to 4. It is kind of equal. And Fiery, Eraser, Eggy, Pie, and Dora lose this round. Now, I would say that the Sensibles easily take out the others, which is correct. And they take out Eraser for being very good at challenges. Or like, pretty good at challenges, not very good, what am I saying? Anyways, at this point, I think the safe thing is coming back. And I feel like the alliance will start to dissolve again because the Exiters are going to come back together and realize that 2 of them got out, of course being Robot and 8-Ball, but they stuck together, and now it's a 3v3v3. They can balance this out, unlike last time, which they would absolutely get murdered on. But this might all change because we have a Rejoiner. You heard that right. The biggest loser is going to rejoin, and the biggest loser is David. And probably David is going over to Dora because they look alike, and these 4 are formed probably. And David's already next to her, so yeah. Anyways, the person safe is Woody from this team, not team, but okay, Donuts, Eggy, Stapy, and David. These 5 are safe. So I feel like the Exiters want to target Fiery, but the other two teams come together in order to stop the Exiters from what they're doing, once again, and loser is eliminated because no one likes him anymore. He lied to them. Dun 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 dun. Alright, we're back. We are so back. Anyways. Donut probably joins the Sensibles after, that. I think they get along way too well, and he secretly joined the Sensibles behind the boys' back, which leaves these guys in a very bad spot. But good thing they're safe this round, along with Pie. So, out of these people, these two are mad for Donut and voting him out, and they go over to the exit and say, "Hey, get Donut out of here. We don't like him." And since it's a 5 vote against Donut, Donut's already eliminated. We don't have to even see what the others vote for. Now, it's a 3v2. It's not really the best situation for the boys, but they can handle it, I think. Anyways, David, Eggy, and Fiery are safe this round. And from the merge, I feel like these three kind of have control right now. We're going to Foley's friendship with Eggy and Pie as well, and them being in the biggest alliance along with the Exiters. And Fire is also in an alliance, which means they get to kind of choose who goes home right now. So they probably discuss this inside each other, and Eggy doesn't want to do this, but at last they have to vote out Pie, or else it might be a lot harder for all of them to keep going. And it was probably manipulation from Fire as well. I don't know how Fire would manage to manipulate, but it might go like something like this. Hey, Iggy, you and Foldy have a friendship, and you'll have to vote out Pie anyways. The Exiters can wait in the game a little longer. They're not a threat anyways. You guys can wait, don't worry. But then next round, Dora, David, and Stapy all win immunity. So Fire's like, shit, I messed up. I'm sorry, guys. And then Foldy and Eggy vote for Fiery, and these two vote for Foldy. But it's down to all of these people anyways. I feel like the Exiters don't like Eggy and Foldy more than the boys. So Eggy and Foldy's eliminated. GG, rest in pieces. Right now these three realize that they're kinda fricked because they can't really vote any of these guys out. They can only make it a tie. Unless they all win immunity, which they can't anymore because only 2 people can win immunity. Which those two are Stapy and David because they're challenge beasts. So they have to try Dora. They try Dora, and it's Dora versus Woody, and I think we all know what's gonna happen here. And Woody's eliminated. Rest in pieces, little bro. Now, Dora and David probably teamed up at this point, like more than Stapy. And Stapy realizes this, and after they get Eggy and Fire out, he realizes that he's going to be next on the chopping block because there's going to be a final 2, not a final 3. So yeah, he kind of joins these guys slowly, and the boy, the last member of the boys, the last member of the Sensibles, and the last member of the Exiters, because these form the Daviders, are teaming up against the Daviders, and the Daviders cannot really do anything about it. So David is eliminated. We're at the final 4. No one is in an alliance right now, which means they have to be. So Eggy and Fire kind of team up so that they don't die, And they vote off Stapy for being a scummy piece of garbage, because he betrayed the Exiters and got David out. And these two also get Dora out the exact same round. I would say if she wasn't safe. Which means Dora actually gets to decide who gets eliminated. And Dora does not want Fire making it into the finals. I feel like she just does not want him at the finals. Which means we have our final 2. Eggy and Dora. I have no idea how either of them made it here. But I guess they just brought. I guess the world just brought him here. I don't know. All right, let's type these people out. Let's type them out. Type them out. Type them out. Type out. Type out. Type out. Type out. Type out. Type out. Let's go like that. And bro, who's messaging me on Discord? Oh yeah, let's make this like that. Yeah, that makes sense. All right, we have our finalists here. Let's see who's gonna win. Yellow face votes. Actually, I have no idea. I have no idea. We just started. Yellow face votes for Dora because you know they're not objects. Non-objective. Coiny would probably vote for Eggy, I feel like, because he would probably be kicked out by Dora. Cake would vote for Eggy. No, definitely not Dora. Okay, Pen's voting for Eggy. Ice Cube probably votes for Eggy. Nelly votes for Eggy, probably. Pin would probably want to stick with Coiny and vote for Eggy. Basketball would probably want to vote for Eggy as well because they were friends in Teapots. Rock is gonna vote for Dora accidentally. Rasty's gonna vote with Basketball, vote for Eggy. Non-existent is not going to vote. Clock is probably not gonna vote for Eggy for, you know. I think you know. So Dora. Nobody votes for Dora because Exeter's Teardrop is gonna vote for Eggy because they were the most friendly. I mean, Teardrop's only friend was Eggy for a while. 8 Ball is probably voting for Dora because, you know, Exeter's Eraser sticking with Teardrop and Pen and Coiny. Losers voting for Dora because of Exeter's. Donut's probably gonna vote for Dora. Pie's gonna vote for Eggy because they were both nominated in Teapot and they were in the Teapot team. Along with Foley because they were friends. Woody's gonna vote for Eggy. Dave's gonna vote for Dora. Stevie's gonna vote for Dora. And Fiery will vote for Eggy, but even if he did vote for Dora, it would still not give him the victory. Which means, congratulations everybody. Let's congratulate our new winner, Eggy. I know how she won, but she made it this far. A point would be happy, I guess. I don't know what to tell you. And yeah, this was my BFDI losers season. Hope you guys enjoyed. If you want to see more content like this, please let me know, because last time around, you really want to see more of this content. Anyways, I'll see you guys next time. I'm out.